where the past still plays out there.
And it is a day at the races, or a night at the races, or a day and a night at the races, if you drink heavily. And we've got a very favored guest with us, Bernie Stroum, joining us. He's our horse master. He's our resident horse degenerate. Also, we've got, of course, John and Mike and Pesky and Ron, and we're going to talk about horse racing. We're going to talk about I know, Bernie, you said that you know more about wagering on horses than the history of horse racing.
Right. I guess computer programming handicapping is what got me into it, not the horse racing itself.
Oh, so not even like starting out like with the racing form? You mean like for you, it's always been about computers?
No, I still can't read a racing form.
Really? So it came to you later in life, I'm assuming.
Yeah, in the early 1990s, I was about 40.
Okay, so this is not something that was like passed down from your dad or something like that, and
no,
he would drag you to the track, and
my father's
lose you for 2 hours.
Too conservative to go to a racetrack and too cheap to gamble.
Ah.
So you're not a Suffolk degenerate?
No, I've never been to. I've driven by Suffolk Downs, but never been there.
You well, Ron, you would be familiar with the OTB, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course.
Oh yes.
I lived there as a child. Oh, my dad was the worst. We had a guy. Well, I'll let you, because you were talking to Ron. So finish your train of thought.
No, that's my dad was an OTB degenerate. So.
He was?
Yeah.
I lived at the New York border, and so the Granville, New York had an OTB outlet there, and I tried to get my mom to take me in there, and I pretty much got my face slapped at 12 years old. So yeah, like no one's doing that, Ron.
Now we had a guy.
So talk about those.
I mean, for those who don't know what an OTB is, it stands for off-track betting. And it's kind of like if you go to Vegas and you're sitting in the sports book and you got, 10,000 screens in front of you, but imagine that just for horse racing.
Except it looked more like the DMV. Let's be
honest. Or a train station.
Yeah, or a train station, right? No, not even a train station. The men's room of a train station.
Right. I'm sure.
Wow. Not even a train station. A bus station. The men's room of a bus station in Akron is what an OTB.
I'm sure in the early 80s when I wanted to go into that one, I'm sure it was just smoke filled with big TVs and
shady characters.
I was in them in this would be like 1974, 75, 76. We lived in an apartment building in an area of Brooklyn called Midwood. Al Red Sox fan, had plenty of smoke, right? Exactly. And the guy who was the kind of like the handyman for the building became. I missed it. What I missed?
He had.
I'll show it again.
Bachelor party at OTB. Out loud.
I feel like I'm at home, right? This is great. This is good stuff.
So anyway, so we lived in this apartment building. There was an OTB basically around the corner. And the guy who was like the handyman for the building became friends with my mom and my dad. This was like for the brief period of time when my parents had gotten back together, because my parents got married, divorced when I was like 4, and then thought it would be great to try it again when I was about 10, which was like a disaster.
They just wanted to torture you, I guess.
And themselves and each other. Yeah. It completely explains why I'm so screwed up today, but that's for a different podcast or YouTube channel. But anyway, so this guy, his name was Kenny, and he was from Jamaica, and he had a very thick Jamaican accent that I can't do. And he would come up, and my dad would give him all his like bet money and his slips, and then he would run to the OTB, and then we would go to the movies, and my dad would say, "I gotta stop over the place for a minute," and we'd have to walk into the OTB, and it was really. I mean, you guys keep using the word degenerate. There is no better word. There is no other word that really captures.
Did they serve food or?
I mean, it's like a gambling peep show.
Or was it just
They
just
serve
TV?
food. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
kidding me? So
It's
yeah,
food,
Out of
absolutely.
a
Yeah.
vending machine, maybe.
Not even that. Yeah,
Yeah.
top shelf liquor. Yeah, absolutely. There were like hostesses that would walk around in little like horse bunny costumes. So I think the way I described it is exactly right, John.
Degenerate.
Well, degenerate and it would be like you know what it kind of looked like as I remember. Have you ever walked in for any point in your life? I don't even know if they're around anymore. The old Western Union, like kind of
Yeah.
check cashing places where there's bars on the windows and stuff. That's kind of what an OTB parlor looked like.
Wow.
But there were ads for it. Like they made it look like it was kind of glamorous.
Oh yeah, I remember watching the ads for him on TV all the time. Yeah.
And what's his name did what didn't he Rocky Graziano, I think. No, the horse Eddie Arcaro did commercials for OTB. It made it seem like it was a fun night out for the family. Let's all go to the betting window.
Real quick, my grandfather had a bookie that worked out of his basement.
You mentioned this on the
And
show
so
before.
like that's all, like I grew up thinking that was normal. And I knew point spreads. We went to the dog tracks. We went to the Red Sox games in Boston. We go to the dog tracks. We go to the so I don't know the horse history like Bernie was saying, but the whole gambling aspect, I understand the trifecta and the exacta and the quinella and the boxum and all this stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought that every kid knew that. And so when I went to college and would talk to my friends and say something, that they look at me like I was speaking a foreign language. I'm like, what, don't you understand how to, and they're like, no. I go, oh, I just, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
yeah.
Then even when we moved to Maryland, my dad would hang out at this deli, and all these Jewish degenerates would, these old guys with nicknames like Zimbo and Nookie. In fact, the guy's name was Nookie the Bookie. He was raised like he was like one of my uncles. And they would all go to Pimlico to lose any college money I might have had. My bar mitzvah money. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna have to borrow about $100 from your bar mitzvah money. Is that okay? Yeah, sure, Dad. Whatever. Please don't hit me.
So when my wife and I moved to Burlington, there's still a rather large convenience store across the street. So we'd go over there only a couple times because they would charge you ridiculous amounts of money for food. But they were selling direct TV. So one morning we go in there at 8:30, and they're watching TVG, the horse racing channel.
Right.
It was the only thing they'd ever show. It's like they were running a bookie operation that they obviously couldn't talk about, because why the hell else at 8:15 in the morning would you have delayed horse racing on to show off the service?
Simulcasting.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the OTB, except
OTB had that too, I think. Right? Yeah, they did. It wasn't just that you could walk in and bet on those races. It was that you could actually watch it on closed circuit TV. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could go in at 8:20 and speak to Rocky, and I'm sure box whatever you wanted later that day at Belmont.
And I was telling Bernie this story. Probably my first acting gig was when I was like 7 years old. I swear to God, this is absolutely true. My dad, I don't know whose idea it was, whether it was my dad's idea or my idea, but I remember being in his apartment. This was between marriage attempts, but with my parents before they got remarried. So this was like, and I remember him giving me the newspaper one day, and the headline said that Duke Ellington was dead. And I asked my dad who Duke Ellington was, and he told me. So that had to be, I don't know if someone wants to look it up. I think it was the end of 72 or early 73. So my dad would hand me the results from the races from the night before, or I can't remember now if newspapers had the daily races that were coming up that day or the results from the day before. Maybe it was both. Yeah. And my dad would,
certainly the News and the Post would have, yeah.
The Daily News. Yeah. This is the one I remember specifically. And he would give me like he would point to a race, and I would pretend to call the race, and I would pick a winner just off the top of my head. I'm like 7 years old, and my dad's like betting quarters with me, to see if my horse wins or his horse wins. This is at 7 years old. I'm going down the stretch. It's Maverick. It's and I remember sitting on my dad's bed with him and my little brother doing that. And my dad had a girlfriend at the time. And she thought it was like the greatest thing in the world. But I was learning how to gamble at an extremely young age. But you know what?
It's called bonding, Mark.
It's funny though, because I never picked up the bug. I mean, I'll go to a horse, to a track, and I'll bet when I'm there. Or I'll bet some football games. I mean, it's not that I don't bet. Well, my dad was a stone cold degenerate, lose the electric bill money gambler. That was my dad.
Duke Ellington died May 24th, 1974.
Okay, so 74 then.
I was not born yet. I was born, a few months later.
Oh.
So
I was in 4th grade.
Yeah, me too. In fact, we talked about this last week. What year were you born, John?
64.
So you're actually older than me. Right. So the order, because I set the horse races that we're going to do later based on our ages. So
nice.
Yeah. So the Canestrari Derby is horses from 1900 to like 1910 or 20. To 1910 or 20. Then, no, I'm sorry. Bernie's is first, because I think Bernie might be older than Michael. I'm not sure about that, but Bernie's first. Then it's the Michael Canestrari Derby. Then it's my Derby. Then it's John's Derby. Then it's Ron's Derby. Because I think you're a little older than Pesky, right?
Yeah, I was born in 71.
Okay, so so the only one I had out of order was me and John.
I'm the baby.
Bernie was both in the grandstand for the 46 and the 67 season, right?
I was in the first baseball game I went to was in 1960.
Oh, Teddy's last year.
Yeah, I saw him play.
Oh, wow.
That's
So-
pretty cool.
So Bernie, you said that you kind of got into horse racing, at least so tell us your methods. Tell us what you do, and also, don't you own part of a horse?
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of syndicates where you can buy shares in horses. You send them a couple $100 and you and 2,000 other people own a
Right.
horse.
Yeah.
You
like
own a
package.
Belmont winner, though, right?
No,
Right.
actually, it was a Pimlico. It was the
Preakness?
Preakness Stakes winner, seized
Oh,
the
Preakness,
Gray a couple
right.
of years ago.
Right. How much did you make off of that?
Well, let's see. I think I had my share. I had $200 worth of that horse, and I've owned about 30 or 40 of these guys. From
Do you buy a particular section of the horse, or?
Well, no, you don't even buy part of the horse. I think
I'll
you
take
buy
a
part
leg.
of-
Give me a
it's
leg.
like the syndicate,
Oh.
but a
He
couple
gets
of
the
hairs.
ass. What are you talking about, Mark?
Right.
Anyway, out of the 40 or so horses I've invested in over the years, that's the only one that made a profit. And I think I made about $1,000.
That's not bad.
$200 investment. The rest of them I'd put $200 in, and when the horse retired, they'd send you a check for $13.42.
Why $13.42?
Well, because it's some small weird amount.
Now, do they get put into the breeding pool, even if they don't decide?
Well, Seize the Gray's in a breeding pool. None of the other horses
So do you
I
get
owned were good enough to be in breeding pool.
So do you get any money from the sales of any offspring or no?
No, you get money from sales of their breeding rights.
All right, so I'm trying to understand exactly how this works. So $200 buys in, and then
It's like buying shares in
Sure.
a corporation.
sure, and then wherever that horse races, whatever the purse money is, right, gets split up among the investors
All the right.
after expenses,
After all the expenses are
which
taken
ends
out.
up which is why you'll never see $1.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good for the guys that are running the show, but I did it because it's fun.
Sure,
Okay,
I'm just giving away $200.
I get to
Yeah.
I get to watch horses that I have an interest in, but it's fun. It was really thrilling that day that horse won the Preakness, I can tell you. But I've decided to slow down. I stopped buying them after that because you only catch lightning in a bottle once. If I keep doing it, looking for the Kentucky Derby horse, I think I'll waste a lot of money.
Right. So, anybody else have any horse racing stories? Because we still have a lot of time to kill here, guys.
I grew up in the town next to Granville, in Poultney, Vermont, where I grew up. I actually lived right down the hill, across the street, was one of the training tracks for the harness racing at Saratoga.
Oh wow!
So you'd go out in the morning and you'd watch them, whatever the difference is between a trot and a pace. You could watch them do that. The horses were actually literally kept across the street. I don't know when that barn closed. But that was always kind of cool as a kid.
Yeah, I remember
horse racing sort of like an addiction. I got introduced from horse racing because when I first went in the insurance business in the 1970s or early 80s, one of the supervisors I had was a big horse racing fanatic. So he'd take me to the track once or twice a year. And it's you've been to the track, it's a spectacle. It's a big deal. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's the races may be fast, but it's a slow pace afternoon. It's like going to a ball game.
Oh yeah, I mean, if the first race at the post time is usually what, like East
1
Coast
o'clock,
time,
you're not out of it
right.
till 5.
Right. And it's a fun day.
Anyway, the guy, I would watch the guy bet. I wouldn't know what I was doing. I'd give him money. He'd bet. I'd win a little. I'd lose a little. And then in the early 90s, I was walking around Las Vegas at an insurance convention. We're waiting to go to a meeting or dinner. I don't know exactly.
So that was your career, was insurance? Because I've always wondered that, actually. Okay. What kind of insurance?
Life insurance.
Oh, cool.
And I'm waiting to go into a meeting, and we walk by the sports book, and I told my wife to wait there. I'm going to run in for a second. And I run in, and they're running a horse race. There's a horse race about to go off. I open up the racing form. I have no idea what I'm looking at. It's a bunch of numbers. It was sort of like trigonometry to me. It's just numbers staring at you. And I don't know even how I did it, but I bet a trifecta. I went up, placed the bet, and I won $2,500.
Oh.
And from that day on, I probably handicapped horses every week for the last 35 years.
But you still can't read a racing form, you're saying?
Well, I can read it a little bit,
All right,
but I am not an expert in reading a racing form.
Can you explain? Let me see if I can pull up while I'm doing this.
Paul
Bernie.
McCartney couldn't read music either, but
well, it's not quite the same thing.
Well,
But
I got in the computer age, and I started handicapping using computer programs from the beginning. So they did all the number crunching.
keep talking.
Racing had to be the first sport that I was mesmerized by the announcer. A baseball game is slow, a basketball and a hockey game is a little bit faster, but the pace and the attention to detail that a horse racing announcer took during the race
Marshall Cassidy
was just mesmerizing. Almost like an auctioneer of sorts.
Oh,
No question.
Yeah, we definitely.
I will say that Chick Anderson's call of the 73 Belmont, if you had to put a gun to my head and say, what is the best call of a sporting event you've ever heard? I would go, Chick Anderson's performance that day was just as good as Secretariat's. He just absolutely captured the moment. And you're right. What was the late 80s? Sunday Silence and Easy Goer at the Preakness with Dave Johnson. You just got the sense that, it can be quite mesmerizing. Growing up in the shadow of Saratoga, and I've talked about before in other things about 78 being my first baseball year. Well, 78 was also affirmed in Aladar.
Yep.
And that was on, you don't really know time-wise as a kid, you really don't put it together. But over those 5 weeks, it was those two horses 3 times in 5 weeks. And they were all just duels, absolute duels. And so, that's.
The beauty of horse racing is each race is unique unto itself. There's never going to be a race just like it before, and there's never going to be a race just like it afterwards. It's sort of like baseball to me. I think the sports are very similar.
Mhm.
I was trying to find a copy of a racing forum that would be viewable, and I couldn't find anything. So, what are the things that are on a racing forum? If you can just kind of visualize it for us, Bernie.
Well, a racing forum breaks the race down into segments of the race. An early section, a midsection of the race, and like the final section of the race, and breaks the times up and shows what position each horse was in each section of the race, sort of like the innings in a baseball game. And when you handicap a race, and either you look at the racing form or some other type, there's lots of different ways to handicap races today. You, depending on the length of the race, depending on the surface of the race, depending on the weather that day, and you try to analyze how these horses run in different sections of the race to determine who do you think is going to finish first.
I thought it was just some guy in a dirty coat walks up to you and goes, "Hey, take Kojak in the third."
Well, that's probably from the movies. I don't. I've
No,
never
there are
seen
guys. There are actually
I've
guys
never
who do
seen
that.
guys like that in the West Coast, but I
Oh, no.
also never
There are
seen-
guys who are sort of pseudo touts, and what they'll do is they'll go around and they'll tell you to bet so and so, so and so and so, and if you hit, they'll come up to you expecting
A tip.
like a little
Yeah,
payout.
little tip. Yeah.
Bernie, here's a question for you. Does your handicapping favor horses more than it does jockeys?
Yes, it's all about horses. It's about the
So
horses.
jockeys
The
don't matter as
jockeys,
much then.
you got to pay attention to jockeys. Good jockeys win, bad jockeys lose. So if you see a good jockey on a horse, you figure that horse has got a chance to win. Same thing with trainers. But that's sort of guessing. My handicapping has to do with the fractional times. For example, if I'm going to bet a 7 furlong race, I'm going to bet the number one closing horse because closers win 7 furlong
So
race.
and furlong is, for those who don't know, is 220 yards. It's an eighth of a mile.
And 7 furlongs, I think, is the shortest.
No, 5.
It's the longest sprint.
Or the longest sprint. Okay, I gotcha.
If you're going to racing, long shots are won by speed horses that aren't chased down early in the race, because these horses all race about the same speed. It just depends on where they are in the track. You see those horses close from behind, like in the Kentucky Derby. That wasn't that horse running faster. It was the other horses running slower.
Tiring out.
That caused that.
Right. So does your position matter that much? I mean, like in a large field.
Okay, I'm
if you're
having
starting
I'm having a
19th.
hold on one second. I'm having a problem with my sound again. Let's see if I can fix it.
While he's fixing it, Ron, who is known as the king of Saratoga?
Well, that I don't know.
Jockey.
Arnold Rothstein. Oh, a jockey?
Arnold Ross. This isn't 8 Men Out. This is
Birdie has disappeared.
Was that like being Arcaro or something like that?
nope, it's not him.
Ron Turcotte?
Willie
He's
Shoemaker.
Puerto Rican.
Angel Cordero.
Yes. See, my favorite jockey growing up.
I'm officially out of jockeys now.
Steve Coffin was probably my favorite jockey growing up.
He was a
because
kid.
of the
When
age,
he was a
right,
kid
yeah.
when he
Yeah.
won on a
Yeah.
firm.
Yeah.
I always like Lafitte Pincay. It seemed like he was always around
Yeah,
the New York
Lafitte
area
Pincay.
too.
Was he
Yeah.
the one that rode Sham?
Here's Bernie.
I don't
All
know,
good,
he
Bernie?
says-
Sorry,
got-
but
That's all right.
I have some glitch in my software program here, and it causes sound problems for me. Sometimes I have
You
to.
sounded fine on our end, by the way.
think
I
he
know.
couldn't
It's only on my end where
He
I
couldn't
can't
hear.
hear. I can't hear you guys.
Oh, well, so finish what you were talking about in terms of how you handicap or the best practice.
So,
And the last thing I had asked is, does the size of the field matter if you're like way out?
yes,
in
the
ninth?
size, it all matters. Everything matters. But what I take a look, well, I learned how to handle. The first book I read was a guy by the name of Tom Brohammer. Brohammer sounds familiar. He's the
Jack
brother
Brohammer.
of Jack Brohammer, who's a
Second
baseball
baseman,
player.
Indians.
And he wrote a book called Modern Pace Handicapping. And if you want to learn how to handicap, that's the first book you should read, because it explains how the various speeds at the different segments of the race affect the finish. And that was the first computer program I used in determining what horses I was going to bet. And it's also still available today. If you go online, there's an online version of it. I use it today when I handicap. And so in races, I'm looking for speed horses that don't get challenged. In long races, whether they be the Kentucky Derby mile and a quarter, or the upcoming Belmont mile and a half, or the 7 furlong sprints, I'm looking for horses that can close. And they don't necessarily have to be the fastest horse on the racetrack. They just have to be able to run the type of race that race calls for. I don't know if that makes sense.
The cleverness of the name is what I go on. So is that a bad strategy?
Is that
Well, I love that strategy, because that boils down to how you bet. Betting is anybody can pick a winner of a race. The favorites win. The favorites win 1/3 of the time. So if you
really, that's a fact.
If you bet just favorites, you'll win 3 out of every 10 races. You'll lose money, but you win 3 out of 10 races.
So, Mark, are you one of those ones that bet on the NCAAs by how cute the mascot is too?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Well, one of the things you have
I'm a good
to do
football bettor.
is you have to estimate what you think the fair odds are for the horse. If you think the fair odds for the horse is 4-1 to win this race, and he's going off at 3-2, even if you think he's going to win, you can't bet him, because you lose money.
Right.
The only time you bet a 4-1 horse is if it's 6, 7, 8-1, because you're going to lose a lot of the times. And if you only bet 4-1 horses and you're going to win 1 every 4 races, and they pay 8-1 in return, you're going to make money.
So how'd you do with the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness?
I do terrible at the Kentucky Derby. There's too many. There's 20 horses and they're all good. You can't handicap those races.
19 related to Secretariat.
Yeah, I mean, you can't handicap. Those big races are impossible. The races that you make all the money on are Thursday afternoon, race number 4, where there's 8 horses, 7 of them really suck, and one of them's really good, and nobody else knows it.
Right. Now, okay, so that's how you make money. How do you know that horse is really good, and they all don't? What have you seen?
You look at pattern recognitions. You look to see how the horse has run in the past. You look to see if he had, for example, if a horse ran a lousy race the race before, he's not going to usually be bet in this race. But so you look at the race before and you look, okay, does the horse have an excuse? Why did he run poorly? Was the track off? Did the jockey do something weird? Did he have a bad post position? There's a myriad of things you look at. And then you determine what that horse's odds are. Almost any horse can win any race. It just depends. It just depends on that particular race's circumstance. And if you're going to bet the horses on a regular basis, you have to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning when Aqueduct starts, and you have to be there till 7 o'clock at night when Del Mar's finished, because you're looking for a specific horse that's what's called an overlay. Okay, the odds are greater than its odds of the race are greater than its actual odds to win the race.
Mm-hmm.
And if you happen to be in the bathroom when that race is run and you don't bet that race, you're going to lose that day because you're not going to win that race.
Right. This is fascinating to me. You guys should all have questions.
It's the same concept of college football. If you want to win in college football, you got to choose a conference like the MAC, for example. My buddy and I, we studied the MAC conference, and so no one's really betting the MAC conference, and so you can kind of find, edges and odds. You might know things about certain teams that, as opposed to Michigan Notre Dame playing. where everyone's betting that game. Everyone knows that stuff too. Same idea for horse racing. I'd imagine that Thursday afternoon race 4 thing. Same idea. There's so many games in college football. If you kind of you look at a lower tier conference and kind of find, the same thing, you can kind of win money that way too. Same idea.
So you're just looking for things that have won in the past, and you bet all of them because you don't know which one's going to win. So you have to bet them all. When I was betting, the reason I live in Las Vegas, one of the main reasons, 2 reasons. Number one, I came from LA where my son was going into kindergarten, and I would have had to put him in a private school. So I moved to Vegas because I could send him to public school and save money. And the other reason was I could go to the race book every day and sit and bet the horses.
Well,
So
because you put your son in public school.
That's right. I used the money. I used the money that I didn't pay for his tuition to bet.
No, I understand the strategy.
So how does that work in Vegas?
degenerate.
Because there are no tracks in Nevada. It's too hot, right?
Yeah, there's no tracks here, but you sit in one of the casino race books. They have off track betting for every racetrack in the country,
And some of those
and
are
you're
really
betting
nice,
5 to
actually.
10 tracks at a time. So there's a race every 5 minutes, opposed to sitting at Santa Anita waiting for one to go off every 30 minutes.
That
Right.
sounds glorious.
But you have
really
you have to bet them all because you
Fox
really
Sports
don't
Trip.
know which going to win. I had a rule back when I was playing every day. If the horse wasn't 14 to 1, I didn't bet it. I would only bet long shots, and I'd win 1 race a day. Maybe if I had a big day, it was 2 races a day. I'd bet maybe 8 or 10 races. But if you bet $20 to win on a horse that's pay 14 to 1, you make $600 on that race. You hit 2 of those races, you make yourself $700-800 for the day.
Hey, Bernie,
And so that's how you make money.
before we go any further, it just occurred to me, I think everybody here knows at least something about the odds and how the odds are calculated and the total person or the pool and all that. Do you want to explain for people that don't know how all that is calculated in a?
Well, it's
in a horse race?
pari-mutuel betting. So
Right.
what they do is they collect everybody. They have a horse race. Everybody wants to bet on it.
Well,
puts
there's
money
opening
in.
odds, right?
Well, yeah, there's a guy at each track who makes the morning line odds, which is
Right. The morning line.
is just a guide to let you know which horses are good and which horses are bad.
Mike Battaglia would be the one that most people would know because he did it for years at Churchill Downs.
And then they start betting the horse. The horse is maybe 45 minutes before the race, and the odds change continually until the race goes off. You live in Maryland. I hate.
Well, explain again. Let's dumb it down for
so
some
the
people.
more money, the
The
favorite
reason
is
the money,
horse.
right? Explain that.
The horse that's the favorite will be the horse with the most money bet on it, and it goes down from there.
And the more money bet, the shorter the odds, which
Correct.
is why you might see 2 to 1, you might see 3
Right.
to 2, and
So there is a rule: you never bet a
6 to
favorite.
5. Right.
And I hate betting Maryland tracks because they're notorious.
Screw you.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. I usually bet maybe 2 or 3 minutes before the race goes off because then I know what the final odds are going to be. So let's say you like a horse, it's 5 to 1 in Maryland, 2 minutes before the race. The gate opens, all the late money comes in, and the horse goes off at 1 to 2.
Oh, is that something that is?
It's unique to Maryland. I don't know what it is. It's the way
Huh.
you guys count the money.
Wow, I'm sure there's a scam involved. I promise you.
I guarantee.
I know
you there's a
Maryland.
scam.
I know Maryland politics. Somehow, a governor's putting in his pocket. I know that's how that's working.
Hey there, Spiro.
Or somebody is. That's for right. Spiro Agnew.
So
Exactly.
most
Governor
of
of
the time, I
Maryland.
don't even know the names of these horses I'm betting. I just know their numbers because I'm looking at a computer screen.
Right.
I'm looking for patterns. I'm looking for speed horses. I'm looking for horses that close. I'm looking for horses that have a big middle move, depending on the race. I'll glance at the jockey. I'll glance at the trainer. And then I'll glance at the number because you don't go up and say, I want to bet $20 to win on Secretariat. You go up and say, I want $20 to win on the 4.
Right.
So I know the horses is 1, 2, 3, 4 through 20. I don't know. That's why I'm not a.
So
I guess
explain-
I'm not a horse racing fan. I'm a gambling fan.
So
Exactly.
if you
That's
so
okay.
if you go to the window and you put $2 on number 8 Glue Factory, and your ticket says 7-1, but if he hits, you're not getting 7-1. It's whatever it was when it went off, and not when you bought the ticket.
Well, the
right?
ticket won't have an odds on it.
Okay.
The ticket just has $20 or $2 to win on number
Right.
7.
Right. Yeah, because it's not like one of those things where if you bet early, you get the horse at the odds when you bet it.
Yeah, it's not like football,
Right.
where
Exactly.
where if you're waiting for a game to go off at plus 7.5 and it's at 7, and you wait and you get it at 7.5, you bet it.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
and then it goes back to 6.5. You still get 7.5 in football. In horse racing, you get the odds what it is when they've counted all the money.
Yeah, because when
Which
you
is
go
why
to
you
the
hate Maryland.
online sports books, you pay for what it tells you the odds of what you paid for, and you can get
Yeah.
variable, but you don't do that because just for those reasons, what you might be a good buy might even out.
But it's a puzzle. And in Vegas, after several years in Vegas, I realized that I was in my 40s. I couldn't sit in a race book from 7 in the morning to 7 at night because
That's
I
probably
wouldn't
good.
stay married, and my life would disappear in front of me, and I'd never see sunlight,
Right.
and I'd never be outside. So I started to play in horse racing handicapping tournaments, which were very big in the 90s and the early 2000s. You go into a tournament, you give them whatever the entry fee is, $500, $1,000. There's another 300, 400 people in the tournament, and then you bet but you don't win the money from the horse that's running. They add all the purses up, and if you come in first, you win like $200,000. I never did
That's
that.
exactly what we're doing tonight, by the way, in about a half an hour. And
The
it's like
the most I ever won in one of
$100,000
those
prize.
tournaments was about $8,000. It was fun.
I still have so many questions. You mentioned before, you look at, you kind of glossed over. You said, I look at the trainer, I look at the jockey. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a real bad jockey. If a jockey's 0 for 80 at the meet, he's not going to win that race.
Is it possible?
I automatically throw the horse out.
Oh, for 80? That's the number?
Yeah, there's guys like that.
How about what is he? He's 0 for 79.
I still don't bet him.
All right.
And then,
Oh,
for
0 and
example, in
15?
Southern California, if I see a first-time starter or a horse that really doesn't look that good, and Bob Baffert's the trainer, I'm going to pay attention to the horse.
Right. What is it about guys like Bob Baffert that make them special?
LASIK.
Well, they're the best in the world. They're the best in the world. They are not going to train a horse that's lousy. They will not train a horse that can't win. There's plenty of trainers to do that.
When you say they're the best in the world, are you able to sort of articulate what it is about their?
Yeah, they win the most races.
Okay, but you can't get into the sort of the micro look at.
Well, you look at their percentage, their win percentage.
Right. You're from
Like
a gambler.
Baffert will win 40%
From a gambler
of his
standpoint, that's
races.
all you care about.
That's all I care
Yeah,
about.
I was just asking. This is probably a question for a horse trainer. What separates one trainer from another?
My guess is it's like everything in life. Some people are naturally good at certain things, and
Sure.
some people aren't.
John?
Yeah. One interesting thing to think about, is there any special look that you give to horses that come from overseas to race? Because people,
Yeah, I look at them
like the
confused.
Saudis, they got a lot of money, and they're not going to spend all that money to bring a horse in the States to lose. So
Here's
is there any
the
special
problem with horses
consideration
from overseas. They run
They can't speak the language.
well. That's sort of it. When I feed their past performances into my computer, you don't get the same past performances from overseas as you get in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So you're comparing. You're not really comparing horses to horses. So
Right.
when I look at an overseas horse, I pay more attention to the trainer and the jockey, and how many times the horse has won, and less on the different times he's run at different segments of the race.
Actually, I want to go back to something else you were talking about, because we were talking about how, there's the morning odds and then 45 minutes people start to bet. But is that really true anymore? Because now with online, I mean, people can bet 3 o'clock. I mean, that doesn't open 45 minutes before the race, does it? I mean, you could bet it at 2
most
o'clock in the morning. Or
serious
no?
horse players and most of the money's bet within 30 minutes of post time.
And that hasn't changed with.
No, it doesn't change.
I see.
A lot of it comes in from computer syndicates, and the money gets dumped in at the very end. You got to be careful of that.
So what's like the biggest swing you've ever seen? Where
I've
you were
seen-
pretty sure it was going to be this, but it ended up being what?
Oh, I've seen horses go from 4 to 1 to 1 to 2 in
Wow.
Maryland. I didn't make that
You
up.
hate Maryland.
That's a true story.
I'm going to send you a dozen crabs, and you're gonna eat.
Oh, I
them.
love soft shell crabs.
Soft shell's good. No, the steam crabs. That's really the
No,
special thing.
well, the other kind of crabs.
Maryland steam crabs.
I just want to go hang out with Bernie for a day. I want to go to Vegas and hang out with Bernie.
Who
at the
doesn't
track
want to do that?
from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Can we do that as a
It's
prize
lot of
giveaway?
fun. And when I first started,
Hey, can we make that?
to-
Hold on. Well, can we make that a perk for our documentary?
There you
Box
go.
scores from
You
the
give us
sports book.
$1,000. You get to go meet Bernie in Vegas,
They
And
at the
he'll teach
races. At the
and he'll-
race, yeah.
and he'll teach you how to
Go,
bet
go,
the
go to
ponies.
Caesars or wherever his book is, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I played most of the time at the Orleans. I don't know if you guys ever.
Yeah, I've
been
heard
to
of it, sure,
Orleans.
yes.
I bowled there.
Yeah, that's downtown. Not
Yep,
not
me
on the
too.
strip.
No, it's on Flamingo,
It is?
Tropicana, something like that.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of it. What's the old one? The Frontier. Is that still around?
Frontiers on no, that was torn down.
Is Tropicana where the A's are building their ballpark? Is that where?
Yeah, I
Yeah, they're
believe so.
building it on the site of the old Tropicana
Okay,
Hotel.
that's what I thought.
So was it-
I've actually performed at the Trop about 3 times. In fact,
Have you really?
oh yeah,
You're like
what-
Elvis.
yeah, absolutely, exactly like Elvis.
The hair matches and everything.
Me and Trump are both exactly like Elvis.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, the guy who used to book, this is a pretty cool story. The guy who used to book the Trop was Steve Sharippa. Do you guys know who that is?
No.
Sounds
He's
vaguely
the guy
familiar.
he's from The Sopranos. He plays Bobby Bacala.
Oh, okay.
He was the guy who would pay you and book you. And I had an agent, so it went through my agent. And I met this guy, and he was just this like kind of miserable, heavy, like the guy you would expect to run a comedy club in Vegas. Like, yeah, okay, there's a bar over there. You can't eat that food. You don't eat the lobster. You're allowed to eat the shrimp. That kind of guy.
Right.
And on that gig, they would pay you in Vegas gigs, at least when I did them, they would pay you up front your first night, which never happens. They would say, "Oh, okay, here's your check," because
They want you
knew
to gamble.
They want you to gamble. It was brilliant. But yeah, Steve Sharipper was he was the guy.
That's cool. So, Bernie,
Yeah.
why isn't horse racing more popular? I mean, 20
Yeah.
million people will watch the Kentucky Derby. So there obviously is an interest in the sport. It's not just maybe it is for the silly, stupid hats and mint juleps, but why? I mean, they treat the horses well. It's not like dog racing where
Well, my belief is horse racing
Hey, Bernie,
doesn't
actually,
exist without gambling. Horse racing's it's a roulette wheel. And gamblers like horse racing. Most people aren't gamblers. Most people don't bet. And it's difficult. Handicapping a race is not easy. It is part science and part art. And you don't always get it right. And you can go on long losing streaks.
I was doing some reading today about horse racing. It was really popular in the 18th. It goes back in this country to like the colonial days.
Right. People
one
rode
form or
horses.
another. Right, exactly. And they would race them, and people would. Well, I bet there wasn't a lot of betting in the colonial era, because if you bet, you would be put in like stocks or you'd be hung, because they were very puritanical. But maybe. But in the 1800s, early 1900s, in the early 1900s, it stopped for a while because there was sort of this movement, in kind of the same movement that led to the temperance
Prohibition.
movement and to prohibition. Right, exactly. But then in the 20s was really the heyday. So you still had prohibition in the 20s, but horse racing made a huge comeback. And into the 30s, 40s. I mean, you've got horses throughout these decades that are legendary horses that people still talk about today, whether it's, Man of War going back to the 20s, right? I don't remember all the decades, but I know Man of War is 20s. You've got that famous match race, which I watched on YouTube today.
Seabiscuit War Admiral.
Yeah, which was at Pimlico. In fact, there's a point towards the end of the race where they're around the final turn, and you guys would mean nothing to you, but there's a row of trees behind them that looks no different than it does, whatever it is, 80 years later, whatever it is, 90 years later. So I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I don't know that it's as simple as people don't gamble, because horse racing was really popular. I mean, I don't think horse racing started to die really until
Well, it's like
90s.
boxing. In the 20th century, first half of the 20th century, you had horse racing, boxing, and baseball. What else could you go watch?
True, very true.
Today you got everything. You got, I mean, I don't.
Pickleball.
I turn on TV and there's women's basketball on last night. By the way, do you know that I forget the name of that lady basketball player, the famous one, the one that
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
In sales of jerseys, she rates number 5 in the world.
Yeah, Caitlin,
among
Caitlin
all
Clark.
basketball players,
Oh,
male
yeah.
or female.
Yeah, she's huge.
She's making a fortune.
She's having some problems this year, but she's huge.
She can't
I
stay
didn't
healthy.
watch the game. Women's basketball is right up there.
I
with
like women's
tiddlywinks.
basketball. Speaking of basketball, tonight isn't the Knicks?
Tomorrow.
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 Tonight's game 1 in Stanley Cup.
But I think Bernie brought it up earlier. It's not instantaneous. You go spend the day at the track and you get 8 to 10 races over a 5-hour period in a day and age where people want to be entertained all the time. And so 20, 30 minutes between 90 seconds worth of action maybe doesn't necessarily draw casual people to it.
Here's the typical day at the track. I'd show up at Santa Anita maybe an hour before the races.
I saw Helen Mirren at Santa Anita once.
I
You
get.
guys know who that is? The actress?
Yeah, I know who Ellen Mirren is.
Usually I would sit up in the grandstand where there's 70,000 seats and there are 1,400 people there. Every now and then I'd go to the turf club and sit next to a billionaire who owned horses. But most of the time I'd go up to the top. I'd open up my papers and I'd study the races. Then you'd bet the first race, you pass the first race. Then you go downstairs and you buy this corned beef sandwich that's delicious. You bring it back to the bench, you eat the corned beef sandwich. There aren't a lot of people that go together. Horse race handicappers are notorious wanting to be left alone. And so there's one guy sitting here, and then 40 yards to my left is the next guy, and 30 yards to the right is some other guy. And then the second race goes off. Maybe you bet it, maybe you don't. Then you go get something to drink. Then, because you start to get bored, you walk down to the saddling area and watch the horses for race 3 get saddled.
Which you can do at Santa Anita, but you can't do that, I don't think, at every track, right?
Oh, you can't?
I don't think so. I know Santa Anita you can.
And it's a very slow, relaxing day, punctuated by races that take a minute and a half over 4 hours. I used to enjoy it tremendously. It was a nice day.
I think they should make you the marketing ambassador for the sport. I really think you've
made me hungry for a corned beef sandwich right now.
You right. That's all you sold us on was a corned beef sandwich. But again, I think you're looking at it from the perspective of a handicapper and a guy that's, like you said, a gambler. But when I've gone in the past, even as recently as with my wife, I mean, when I say recently, this was like 10, 12, 13 years ago. We haven't been in a while, but we've always had fun because I am with her. We're having fun. We're having a few drinks. We're eating some food.
Plus, you're looking at these beautiful animals. It's a spectacle. And
the weather's sometimes gorgeous. And there was a time when it became a date. It was a date day or a family day. Well, maybe not so much family, but that's all lost now. And I don't know why that has to be true. I think it actually is partially because of poor marketing. like or maybe it's expense.
Well, they still
Maybe-
get big days in Southern California. Cal Cup Day gets a lot of people.
Oh, sure. Preakness, the
You know,
Saratoga does quite well up here.
well, Saratoga and
short
Del
meet.
Mar are two different dynamics. Del Mar is always busy. You know how you go to a racetrack, you picture a bunch of degenerate gamblers. Well, you go to Del Mar, and these people are all dressed in expensive clothing, driving Rolls Royces. They're having a great time. They start at 2:00 in Del Mar because they want you to go to the beach in the morning. And they got all these wonderful restaurants in San Diego that you go to after Del Mar. Del Mar is a vacation where it's a whole experience where you can enjoy the track as part of your vacation.
right.
But it isn't going to San Arnito or Hollywood Park. When Hollywood Park, you'd see some characters, but that no longer exists.
No, that's where the Rams play now. Hopefully, when Belmont reopens next year, because it'll be except for the Saratoga meet, it'll be year round because Aqueduct, we're going to lose Aqueduct in the process. But hopefully they can put enough around it to give people something to do. I mean, the Islanders being there all winter will help, but
Well, maybe you can answer a question for me. I've never understood why anyone wants to race in January at Aqueduct when it's 18 degrees out.
I can't answer that.
You go to Gulfstream in Florida, you might as well. You get beautiful days. You can run every day. You can go to the beach. I just can't imagine who would be watching the races at Aqueduct.
So
I don't know. I mean, but to be fair, not to defend Aqueduct or any of the other northern things, I mean, if you're starting off as a career as a jockey or a trainer, you got to start somewhere, right? I mean, would it be the equivalent of being in AA or AAA in baseball?
Oh, they got some really small regional tracks around the country where the bribe you collect is a lot more than the winning purse.
I mean, and also Aqueduct brings revenue into the state.
Yes.
So as long as
don't expect New York to stop racing 12 months a year.
So as long as it's profitable, they're going to keep doing it, and if people are still coming or they're making their money from online sources or whatever it is, if it's January, January.
The FanDuel stuff has got to be,
right. Huge, absolutely huge.
So do you want to hear about the time I rode a horse?
Yes, are you kidding?
I think everybody wants.
I was you. I would have led with that.
I want
to
wait
have photos.
No, there's thankfully no photos of this.
We can make an AI photo easily.
Let's not do that.
All right, here we go.
So, I don't know.
Let's just AI Ron into a lot of things.
I'm sure you can.
Where's astronaut Ron? No, we're not doing that.
No, stop. So I'm 5-6 years old. First grade, Rutland Town Elementary, spring of 1977. And so the person that was my assistant, because I had those growing up, her family ran one of the dairy farms in Rutland, Thomas Dairy, if you will. And so they bring us up there for a field trip picnic. And so they got a bunch of screaming first graders running around with the barns and little horses. And so they're putting the kids on the horse to go around and do a little trot around. And Ronnie, do you want to ride the horse? Okay. Yeah, because I'd watch some horse racing on TV and whatever. And so they picked me up. And they put me on this old gray mare, and I'm thinking I'm going to be, Turcotte or whatever it was, little or, the jockeys I'd seen on television. So I'm kind of half excited.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I don't own a pair of jeans.
That's really cool.
Who said there was no picture? See, I knew there was a picture. I knew there was.
Wow, I'm impressed with that. Well, anywhere, I'm sure they had found it for this bunch of first graders to be running around the most gentlest, slowest horse you could possibly get without getting the Rutland school system into serious trouble with someone falling off a horse.
You kidding
But
me? Yeah.
that thing took about 2 steps, and you couldn't get me off that damn thing
Yeah.
fast enough. It just started to move and herky jerky. But yes, I have, just like in that picture that you just saw, have ridden a horse. I had a little more hair than that picture showed. But
Yeah, I mean, I've been on a horse a few times. I'm not exactly like a huge fan either, to be honest with you. You know, I've done
Yes.
some like trail. It's not
But-
even like
but
is it
you
cantering or-
but I can safely say I've never walked, but I've ridden a horse.
Well, there you go. So we should really, guys. I mean, at some point we want to get to tonight. We're going to be basically playing. Not basically. We are actually going to be playing top of the stretch. The PC version. We should talk a little bit about horse racing games and horse racing sims. Now we're not, there's a whole video game industry for that. That's not really part of our hobby. I did whatever research I could today, and apparently the first game that wasn't just roll the dice, move some spaces, or spin the spinner, and was the game that I have right here, Win, Place, and Show. The long box version, which was put out by 3M
But
in
there's still fictional horses
in
that game.
1966. There's fictional horses in the game, but no, they have sets that they created that I had in late 70s, early 80s, where they took, in fact, it was the best horses by decade. So you could actually do Man of War like you did in your.
Oh, I'd love to get a hold of.
Yeah,
one
I
of
can
those
get you.
sets.
I mean, if you pick, this is a really good.
I've
game.
got 2 or 3 copies of that game.
Oh, I can point you. Yeah, all you have to do is I'll send it to you. But if
Okay.
you find old copies of All Star Replay, which you can find online, they had a couple of issues where they had the cards.
Oh, that'd be
the-
great
the
because that is
racing
a good
form.
game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great game. So to my knowledge, that was. That everything I read suggested that was the first one, and it was the game where, you had closers, you had horses that got off to fast starts. There was not jockey ratings, for real life jockeys, but there was a difference between, I think they called them apprentice jockeys, maybe, or newer jockeys versus more experienced jockeys. Where you were on the track at any given time was really important. Now, I mean, you've got games like Thoroughbred Horse Race, which I love. I've never played the board game version,
Board
but
game is more fun than the computer version.
I'm sure it is, and I want to get it for that exact reason. Especially, it seems like it's one of those games. If you wanted to, you could really doll it up.
Have to spend money. You have to, first of all, you got to get play mats for the tracks because the tracks, PDF copies of the tracks are terrible.
Right.
And you get these little pewter horses that you can get on eBay
Right.
that look like the real horse with the
So you
real
have that?
stilts. Oh, yeah.
That's great.
I've got some old videos on my, well, they may not be videos, they may be still shots on my Facebook page that go back. I have, before I found Facebook, I did Vimeo and Wix and whatever, and
Right.
I've got some old ones I did where you would roll the dice, you would set up the horses, you take a photo, and then you roll the dice, move the horses, you take a second photo. Pretty soon you got 10 photos and you got the race. It's
Yeah.
a fun, it really is much more fun. I think the visuals to TRG on the computer absolutely are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, Gary
And I don't
Speakman-
enjoy, although I was a play tester for that game, I don't
Yeah,
enjoy
I
it.
see your name on the credits, I think there. And then of course there's Top of the Stretch, which again there is a board game version, very different games.
Yeah, it's not a board game, it's a math exercise, like going to high school.
I mean, Ron, you've had Lon on your show when you were on doing Digital Dice.
Yeah.
And I thought he made a really good case. I like I like seeing little horses go 4, 5, 6, 7. That's
Right.
what I prefer. But I think for some people, what's nice about Top of the Stretch, it is a different approach. and it simulates the same thing.
Lon's game is different from TRG, which is Gary Stishin's game, which is move the pawns on the track. Lon has a game. It's a spreadsheet that you could literally plug in any horse race ever if you have their starters, the odds, and how they finish, and you can run it in his system. So it's very deep. But yes, I mean, again, what kind of experience are you looking for in a horse racing game? It's, I mean, one of the things that it's going to take you longer to run the race than the race itself took. So how many people are actually going to want to?
Well, it will
I like
TRG, not
board
with
game.
not with Top of the Stretch.
Right, top of the stretch. Top of the stretch, I think, is very clever.
Yeah, me too.
But it's visually, the computer game is visually better than TRG, although TRG is a better game, I think. It's a better representation of an actual horse race, which, by the way, I believe was based on the old Apple thoroughbred.
Yeah, I think
racing
that's
game,
right. Right.
I need to get a hold of Gary because I need to.
Which I was crazy enough to buy one. Can you imagine?
What, the
That's-
Apple
that-
horse racing?
That's a
Yeah.
luxury item.
I thought about it for 3 or 4 or 5
That's-
months, and I said,
you-
"Oh,
did
fuck
you
it,
get-
I'm gonna."
Was it between
I'll
that
send
and,
the
and
money.
a boat? Was it between
was
that?
that?
And, was it between that and a boat? 'Cause
Well, I
that's how
had
expensive
boats,
it is.
but I had sold them by the time I bought the game.
Yeah, because you lost all your money gambling on horses. We're taking a peek behind the curtain at the life of Bernie Stroum. So let's get to the.
At 75, I have had a fun life. I would have liked to have followed myself around.
I think Pesky Pole said it. I've said it. I think spending a day with you, talking horses, talking sports, learning more about your life, learning more about your experiences, and sharing my experiences. I mean, I'm no spring chicken either. I think that would be like a glorious day. I absolutely do.
I think one of the things, and I don't want to talk about this a lot, but one of the things that defines me, if I was out and about and I saw something that was interesting, I wanted to do it.
Sure.
So I don't know. I'm a hot air balloon pilot. I don't know if anybody knows that.
Wow.
Wow.
I've flown in the Albuquerque International.
I was just
Hot Air
about to
Balloon
ask that.
Fiesta. I've flown there for 5 or 6 years. I own boats. I couldn't figure out whether I wanted a boat in Oxnard Harbor or Ventura Harbor, so I put one in both. That's the crazy thing, that I just did nutty things my whole life.
Have you been to Area 51? Have you been to Nellis?
No.
Okay. To get back to horse racing gaming, it's not necessarily a horsey sim, but it's a gambling sim, and you can run a stable and breed your horses. Is the Starters Order series? I think they're up to 7.
Yeah, that's on my computer. That's one of those games I bought on Steam that I'm going to get around to eventually.
Right.
It does a lot. It does the flat tracks for the American courses aren't really well designed and all that. But if you want to kill an afternoon and just run some horse racing, you can. It's pretty much designed for the UK market. So you can actually do horse jumping and that. It's if you're just looking for fictional horses.
The guy that wrote that program is coming to the end of his series. He's working on version 8.
Is
and
he?
he said that's going to be the last one. He's going to close the book on it when that's published.
And let's not forget play.com, or play games rather.
That was their Christmas game or holiday game last year. Was
and
that.
I mean, it's called I'm
At the
blanking on
Races.
title. At the
Oh, yeah,
Races.
the races.
And people love that game. I mean, love it. And I think they have. Well, I know they have fictional horses, but they also have real horses too.
I believe there was 100 fictional and 40 real. I believe.
Yeah, I would
I
like
think
to try
they've
that.
added a few more steps to it.
Yeah, they have. I had that game's sitting in a pile too. I need to get to that. It's only been a year.
Well, hey, I'm gonna go step and take my break, and then when we come back, we'll get all set up for top of the stretch, some racing. Okay, guys, we'll be back in about 3 minutes. You guys talk among yourself.
So
I'm
sports time machine, by the way. Yes, harness racing is still a thing in New York. Saratoga, I think Yonkers still runs, don't they? It's not as
see it.
big as it was 30 years ago, but it's
I
still
see it
around.
on TRG early in the morning sometimes, or late at night.
Horse
Bernie,
racing is
TVG, I mean.
Bernie,
Yes.
do you bet exotics? And if you do, which ones are your favorites?
Well, my favorite's exactas. I'd love to figure out trifectas someday, but the only advice I can give somebody when betting a trifecta is to hit the all button in the third spot.
Are you a boxer when it comes to betting? As in, let's say you got two horses, whether it's 2-4 or 4-2.
Most of the time, and most of the time, because you don't really know who's going to win. Some of my favorite races to bet are when there are, let's say there's an 8 or 10 horse field, and there are 4 horses that are obviously far superior than the top 4, far superior than the bottom 4. And I bet exotics in that big time. I bet trifectas, sometimes superfectas, just boxing all those horses. I don't even want to sit there and try to figure out who's going to come in first, second, third, or fourth. I do that all the time. Those are some of my favorite races to bet.
Someone told me a while ago that show was the safest bet.
Terrible bet.
Okay.
You'll cash tickets, you'll lose money. As a matter of fact, I only bet to win. If I bet a horse to win and he comes in second, I don't care. It's about winning in horse racing is about not losing. It's not about just winning. You can't give it back.
So the person that had their bachelor party at OTB 32 years ago, are you still married? Where'd you have your stag party? At the horse betting.
I wonder if they had Lady Godiva there.
Talk about pin the tail on the donkey. So John, when's your version of horse racing coming out?
Oh, it'll be a while if at all.
You know, John Herson's correct that it's such a small market. Why would you come out with a game you're not going to sell?
Oh goodness!
Yeah.
I mean, there's been.
I got to step out for a few. Count me out of the first race or so. But I'll be back in about 10.
Okay.
Mark, I'll be back in about 10. I got to step out for a few.
Okay.
Okay.
It'll take a few minutes because we're going to go over some of the gambling stuff and all that. All right. So let me add to the stage this. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it any bigger than this. Let's see.
No, they don't. Well, a little bit.
Okay. So as you can see, am I hearing music in the background or something? No? Okay. Yeah, that's quiet. So as you can see, we've got Stroum Derby. Let me get us out of it. Oh, I gotta go here. Hold on. Get us out of edit. We have the Stroum Derby, and the horses are Beldame, Artful, and this is from their best year set. They have a best year set. I must have clicked wrong, and somehow I put Old Rosebud in there. Don't bet Old Rosebud.
Gold gray mare. She ain't what she used to be.
Actually, Old Rosebud's shorter odds than Regret. Beldame, Artful, Sizenby, Colin, Old Rosebud, Romer, Regret, Sir Barton, and was a horse that I've heard of, and of course, the Great Man of War. So we'll lock that race. The Canestrari Derby. We've got, and these are horses from the 20s and 30s. We've got Greylag, Zev, Omaha, War Admiral, and Seabiscuit. That'll be interesting. Johnstown, Gallant Fox, Blue Larkspur, 20 grand, and Equipoise. When I play, I play this game quite a lot, actually. In fact, I may have mentioned this. I did sort of a Grand Prix where I took the top 20 horses, or at least the 20 horses that I wanted among the top 20. And I did, a circuit, and they got points based on when, I think what's the Formula One? It's How many for first? Anybody remember in Formula One?
When it was 6. It was 6 for first, 5 for second, 4 for third.
No. It's way more than that because
Right. So it's like
the first 10 drivers get points.
right. So it's like 10, 9, 8, 7.
No, I think it's like 18.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, it's something completely different. I'm sorry, I'm just blanking on what it is, but I did it the way they do it now.
You have the same jockey on 3 different horses, by the way.
I didn't care about that.
Okay.
It's more about the horses than the jockeys.
I'm not sure. Okay.
And honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure in this set
That it
there's
matters.
a way. Well, I know it does. Well,
Yeah, it does matter.
It does matter.
There is a jockey role here. In this.
Yeah, there is, but I don't know that there's a way to actually switch the jockeys.
Yeah, you can switch them
in this set.
I believe so. When you put the race together, I had to do that. When I did my virtual Kentucky Derby a couple of weeks ago. I had to put Jerry Bailey on a horse because I had some old jockey on 2 horses.
Maybe you can. Let's see here. Is there a way to?
I don't remember how to do it, but I know you can.
If I could, I think
difference.
it's something I would have to have done.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste any time doing
about
it.
it now. No. Okay. So the Canestrari Derby is locked. The Unger Derby is horses from the 40s. Tim Chalamet, Whirlaway, Count Fleet. Count Fleet actually won the Grand Prix that I did. Busher, Stymie, The Great Citation, Armed, Twilight Tier, and Devil Diver. We'll lock that race and save it. We go to the Turnbull Derby, and I made the purse the same. I made the track. Well, the track conditions are random for all of them, but but they're all dirt. It looks like I might not have done that with Stroum because he's already set for fast, but that's okay.
Yeah, because you can already bet that one. That's why.
Oh, that's why. Oh, yeah, good call. So the Turnbull Derby is horses from the 50s: Nord, Tom Fool, Native Dancer, Swaps, Bold Ruler, Round Table, Nashua, Sword Dancer, and Bald Eagle. We go to the Jucket Derby, and we've got horses from the 60s.
Okay.
Kelso, Northern Dancer. I thought it was 60s and 70s, Ron, but just 60s. Kelso, Northern Dancer, Buck Passer, Arts and Letters, Damascus, Native Diver, Dr. Fager, Fort Marcy, Majestic Prince, and then the Dobreski Derby.
Oh, Dobreski's going to be loaded.
Well, he's got all the horses that we all grew up with.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's got Secretariat, Aladar, Seattle Slew, Affirm, Spectacular Bid, Slew of Gold. I made some choices. Ali Sheba, because I don't know Ali Sheba actually, but I do know Chris McCarron. But the overall rating is 107. John Henry I chose, and
Ali Sheba could beat most male horses.
John Henry won't spend, I don't think.
And Easy. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the top 2 finishers from each of these preliminary derbies, and they will ride it out in the Basement Cup that will end the show tonight. So with that said, let's go to our bet placing.
Can't see it. Can't see it.
Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, then the best I can do is I'm just going to have to read it to you. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, that's the downside of StreamYard.
Yeah, because if I was in OBS, I could put it in a separate window. I wonder. No, that's not going to work.
Back out for a second. When you go to share it again, you might be able to share your whole screen as opposed to just the.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Let me try that actually. So let me go to here.
The problem with broadcasting on YouTube is not only you got to be an expert on the subject, you got to be expert on broadcasting.
Well, it's not being an expert on broadcasting. It's being an expert on, honestly, it's not having a producer. Like all the years of radio that I've done, this isn't my job.
Yeah, someone else is doing this.
Yes,
in the background.
exactly. And I just get to talk. All right, let me wait, that's what am I doing?
Maybe your wife wants to do it.
No, she does not. Not even close. I mean, with Thespian, she's like the co-producer, but she doesn't want to do this. No,
This probably
entire-
doesn't pay as much.
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know, Ron, because
Oh,
When I
just
go-
read them out. What difference does it
I'll
make?
just read it. No, you're right. That's what I'm going to do. All right. All right. Here we go. Share. Bring it back up. All right. So
So for the Stroum,
we've got Regret being written by Angel Cordero at 15-1. Romer, James Butwell, 5-1. Colin
said
is 5-1. Old Rosebud at 30-1. Sir Barton at 15-1. Beldame at 8-1. Artful at 15-1. Sissenby at 2-1. And Man of War at 5-2.
What's the
So
length? What's the length of this race?
I made
They're
them all
all-
10.
they're all-
they're all 10 furlong. Furlough, I mean. Furlong, I mean.
so mile and a quarter.
Right. So you can, bet win, play, show. You can bet Quinella. What's a Quinella, Bernie?
Quinella is pick two horses. Doesn't matter if they finished first or second. It's like an exacta box, but you can bet a smaller amount.
All right. So who wants to start betting? I think what we'll do is instead of competing against each other, let's just see how we do collectively.
What's the base here? Can you catch me up real quick?
What's the what?
What's the amount we're start with?
Our purse. Let's make our not our purse.
Budget.
Our budget. There's a more busted out word for that. Our bankroll.
Okay. Yeah.
Is we'll make it $1,000. We'll make it $500.
10 on Sir Barton.
All
To
right,
win.
So 10 on Sir Barton.
I'm gonna bet $100 to win on Man of War.
Oh, here we go. All right, hold on. $100 to win. And 100 the most you can bet, actually. On Man of War. I like.
I'm not seeing the bet screen. I'm seeing.
Unfortunately, you're not. Yeah, so I have to call it out to you. It's Regret at 15-1.
Okay.
Romer at 5-1. Colin at 5-1. Old Rosebud at 30-1. Sir Barton at 15-1. Beldame at 8-1. Artful at 15-1. Sissenby at 2-1. Man of War at 5-2.
Okay. And how many races we doing?
It is 7 total.
Okay. I'll put $50 on Old Rose.
We're gonna run out of money by the third race.
Well, we'll be like real handicappers.
So you want $50 on Old Rosebud to do what?
Yeah.
To place? To win?
We're just doing first and second.
No, you can do win, place, show. And
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know any
Yeah.
horse race gamblers that died with money.
That's true.
Do it the place.
All right, so we're doing place, $50, Old Rosebud. The bet is in.
Spud.
You got anything for us, Canestrari or Dobreski?
Yeah, I got a trifecta, $10, 714.
714 trifecta. Okay.
Wow.
Now, there's a guy who's placed a bet before.
And you said how much? $5?
10.
I think 5's the maximum.
Oh, 5 then. That's fine.
Okay, place bet. So you got it. All right. I'm gonna do an exacta with Man of War and Beldame. And I'm gonna box it for $4. Dobreski? Mike, you there?
$5 Quinella on Old Rosebud and Man of War. We go long shot favorite.
I don't
All
think
right.
Man of War is the favorite. There's a two.
Actually, Sissenby is the favorite.
At 2-1.
One of the favorites.
All right, bets placed. And here we go from Santa Anita Park. And Jumping out to the early lead is the favorite, Sissenby. Romer is in second. Man of War in third. Sir Barton way in the back. Romer and Sissenby and Man of War starting to gain ground just a little bit. Beldame right behind him with Artful, Colin. And here comes Sir Barton a little bit. Regret is fading as Old Rosebud tries to make a move. It's still all about Sissenby. Beldame fighting off. And Sissenby starting to run away with this race.
Oh, goodness.
There comes Sissenby. Man of War trying, but he's fading. It's going to be Sissenby, Man of War, and Romer for third.
And there's the example of the speed horse out front.
Yeah.
Tickets littered to the ground.
Do we win anything? Let's see.
No.
I don't think we did. I think we got crushed.
Yay, we all lost.
Let's see.
It's like real horse racing.
There it is. No, we lost $178.
Yay!
Yep. All right. Let's get out of that window. Go to schedule. And we go to race number 2. It's the Canestrari Derby. And the horses are Grey Lag at 12-1, Zev at 7-1, Omaha at 6-1. Oh, and somebody keep track of who won. That was Sissenby and Man of War. Somebody
Right.
keep track of that, please, if you could, so that we have that for the final race. So Grey Lag at 12. Is somebody going to do that?
Yeah,
Nobody's volunteering to do that.
I
All
wrote
right,
it down.
thanks. Got it. Grey Lag, Zeb at 7-1, Omaha 6-1, Gallon Fox at 8-1, Seabiscuit at 7-1, Johnstown at 15-1, Equipoise at 6-1, War Admiral 3-1, Blue Larkspur 6-1, and 20 grand at 8-1.
That's a pretty even race. I'll do the Quinella with Seabiscuit and War Admiral.
Seabiscuit.
What's my
War
max? 5?
Admiral. Yes.
And that's what I shall do.
And there we go. All right. I'm doing.
John, you're muted if you're talking.
We have 500 each to spend, right?
No, 500 total, but I've.
Oh, crap. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Well, no, it's Bernie, the one. He's the one who blew $100.
That's right. I'm going to go down to $20 on Seabiscuit.
All right, $20
win.
on Seabiscuit to win.
Give me Omaha, $20 to win.
Okay, there, Peyton.
I'll do.
Well, hold on.
$10.
Hold on. I got to get to Bresky. So that was what again, Mike?
$20 and Omaha to win.
I like Omaha too a little bit, actually.
Give me a Quinella for $10 for Omaha and was it Johnstown?
Okay. Quinella, Omaha, Johnstown. For how much?
10.
No, 5's the max for that kind of bet.
Oh, 5. That's fine.
All right. I'm going $50 on War Admiral to place. And I'm doing an exacta with War Admiral and Zev. $5.
War
What's the difference
Admiral has a lot of action.
what box means they can finish either way, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
And you end up betting twice the money as the number you give out.
Right. All right. Are we all bets all in?
No,
All right, what do you got?
$2 box trifecta 715.
715 box trifecta.
Candace Fury's still upset that the High Line in Hartford's been done.
I am. I paid my freshman year at Bentley College in
From High Line?
yes. The
Wow.
only year yes. There's a good story about that. How you bet High Line.
Here we are once again at Santa Anita. The horses are at the starting gate. Grey Lag, Zev, Omaha, Gallon Fox, Seabiscuit, Johnstown, Equipoise, War Admiral, Blue Larkspur, and 20 grand. And Blue Larkspur runs out to the lead with Zev and War Admiral, followed by Johnstown, Greylag, Equipoise, Seabiscuit, Gallant Fox, Omaha 20 grand, bringing up the rear. Here comes Zav on the inside, War Admiral, and Blue Larkspur. Seabiscuit making a move now as he passes about to pass Johnstown. Here comes Greylag, Zev with a three-length lead.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna
Zev,
run
Come
away
on,
with it.
Peyton.
Zev.
Omaha. Omaha.
The fight is
Omaha.
for second. Here comes Omaha.
Let's
No, it's
go.
Omaha fading as Blue Larkspur
Oh.
makes a move. It's going to be Larkspur, and Omaha finishes third.
Rigged.
We have a photo finish for fourth, folks. Gallant Fox and War Admiral. And it's Zev at 8-1 who wins the race. Blue Larkspur and Omaha. Wow, no War Admiral.
I meant
And,
Omaha to show. Didn't you put that down as the Omaha to show?
That's right. You better
Wait.
place. That's right. This is fun. Let's see.
You can't see the report, but yeah, it's cool.
There's not really much in the report. I mean, we watched the race.
Right.
I can tell you that Zev paid $18 to win, $880 to place, $560 to show.
Yeah, we can see that
You can?
because it shows the official result, but we can't see the how it would break down the past performance.
Oh, I see. All right. Oh yeah, you can see that basically. Oh yeah, so you can see it all. So the superfecta.
No, we can't see that.
I know. I'm telling you.
Oh.
Superfecta paid $6,426. The trifecta, $1 trifecta, paid $700. $2 exacta paid $149.40, and the $1 quinella paid $37.40.
Rigged.
So now we go to betting, and we are now down 300 after the first two races.
Woohoo!
Oh, this is precious. All right. As we
And
move
now you
to-
know why horse racing is not that popular. People go there and lose money.
And now we move to pit. Well, but you know what? But Vegas is popular, so I don't know that I think it's that people just don't. It's just not an experience they want anymore. You know,
The
there were
crab
things,
legs at Aqueduct can't compare to the
there were things
velocity,
that
okay?
people liked in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. You know, like eating goldfish. There was a time people loved to eat goldfish. You
Really?
don't see as much. You don't. See, well, yeah, it was kind of like a
The
college
crackers
thing.
or the actual goldfish?
No, actual goldfish.
Goldfish.
All right, here we go. The Unger Derby.
Zev, who finished second? Zev and
Blue something.
yeah, Blue Larkspur.
all right.
All right, so it's Citation at 7-2
Wow.
is the favorite. Timothy Chalamet at 8-1. Count Fleet at 7-2, so they're both favorites. Stymie 9-1, Devil Diver 9-1, Twilight Tear 7-1, Busher 6-1, Whirlaway at 8-1, and Armed at 8-1. I'm going Count Fleet to win for 50.
I'm going to bet 20 on Whirlaway to win.
All right, hold on. 150. What happened? Count Fleet. Oh, there it is. You want 20 on Whirlaway to win?
Yep.
Okay.
Give me a $5 quinella.
Hold on. Let me.
Okay.
I'll tell you when I'm ready for you. All right, go ahead, John.
$5 quinella on Citation and Busher.
$5 Citation and Busher. Ron Debreski.
$5 quinella on Stymie and Whirlaway.
$5 quinella, Stymie, Whirlaway.
Give me 20 on Busher to win.
20 on Busher to win.
And I'll take
Hold on 1 second. Got it. Get Mike.
$2 trifecta box 135.
$2 1 3. That's a good bet. I like that bet. And you want a box, you said, right?
Yes.
Place bet. I'm going to add one more to the mix. I'm going to go Citation. I'm going to go with a trifecta. Citation, Count Fleet and Busher. What's different? What's keying, Bernie?
Keying, you bet a whole bunch of horses, and they're all connected to one particular horse.
Well, you're allowed to key a trifecta. So how do you do that? Or what would that actually mean?
Like you bet the one horse on top, and then the 3, 4,
see.
5, 6 second, and maybe the 3, 4, 5, 6 third.
I
You
see.
key the one, and it'll
No.
be in all three positions.
Right. All right, I'm going to box it for $4. Place the bet. All right, here we go. The betting window has closed. And we move to Pimlico Racetrack for the $1 million Unger Derby. Citation, Chaladon, Count Fleet, Stymie, Devil Diver, Twilight Tear, Busher, Whirlaway, and Armed. You can smell the crab cakes in the distance. And they're off. Twilight Tear jumps out to front. Count Fleet in second. Busher is in third, followed by Devil Diver, Whirlaway and Armed, Chaladon, Citation, and Stymie bringing up the rear. As Count Fleet and Twilight Tear fight it out, Busher's starting to make a slight move on the outside as Stymie is blocked from the horses in front. Right now, everything's stable. Twilight Tear, Count Fleet, Busher, Whirlaway now making a move. This could be exciting. Count Fleet coming up on the rear, and Whirlaway with a strong move. It's
Here we go.
Whirlaway passing Twilight Tear, Whirlaway at the finish with Armed and Busher finishing third.
Citation is on drugs.
Dead last.
Wow.
This is going to pay off big.
So Whirlaway.
Trifectas.
So really, we hit a trifecta?
No.
So
but
oh,
it'll be,
you mean for somebody who doesn't exist?
yeah.
Whirlaway and Armed are the two horses. Whirlaway and Armed.
So another race when we don't win?
I'll check our earnings in a second. The superfecta paid $5,700, basically $5,600, $5,800, or close to. The trifecta paid $688,897. Whirlaway was $19.80 to win, $960 to place, and $620 to show. All right, let's see how we did with our bets. It's not going to be pretty. Oh no, we hit. Whirlaway's $20 to win. Was that me?
That was me.
Oh, nice job, Bernie. Oh, actually, no, two of us.
Two of us,
bet-
yeah.
Who else bet?
Dabrowski did too, right?
I think
No,
so.
I had Busher to win.
No, I think I had. Yeah, it is me. I had Whirlaway $20. No, I had Count Fleet $50 to win. But somehow we got two winners at Whirlaway to win. Unless I think maybe I made a mistake and maybe did it twice.
Hey,
But,
we're only down $40 on the night.
Right, we're down $40. We're coming back, guys. Coming back strong.
Woohoo.
As we move now to the Turnbull Derby at Saratoga. Place your bets. Place your bets. We have Nashua at 30 to 1.
Wow.
Round Table at 6 to 1. Native Dancer at 9 to 1. Swaps at 4 to 1. Bold Ruler is 7 to 1. Sword Dancer 8 to 1. Bald Eagle 5 to 1. Tom Fool 5 to 2. And Nor 8 to 1. The track is fast. I'm doing Nashua. I got to do Nashua for something. I'm going to bet Nashua to show for $20.
25 on a 1-3 box.
All right, hold on. Wait, show $20. What was that again, Ron? Sorry.
1 and 3, Nashua, and what was the 3 horse?
Native Dancer.
Yeah. 25
what-
on the box.
On Exacta?
Yeah.
The 1-3 Exacta. Got it.
Right.
Could
box.
you? I can't see the screen. Can you read me horses 1, 2, 3, and 4? The
Yeah, I
names?
can. Give me 1 second. And it was for, and you wanted box at Ron, and it was for
Yes.
how much?
25.
No, the most you can do is $5 on
Five.
Exactas. Okay. Okay, bet placed.
And 20,
1 through
20 on Nashua to win.
20 on Nashua to win. Ballsy
How many
move.
horses are there in this race?
9. To answer your question, Bernie, it's Nashua, Roundtable, Native Dancer, and Swaps. Swaps is 4-1. The favorite is Tom Fool at 5-2.
I'm going to bet a $1 trifecta box. 1, 2, 3, 4.
$1, 1, 2. It only lets me go to 3. Oh no, it does. Okay, so a trifecta boxed for $1, first 4 horses.
Right.
Correct. Got it.
Correct.
Can you do superfectas here too? I don't see that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'm going to do my dad's old trick at the dog races. The
Okay.
Red Sox retired numbers. 9418 superfecta
Wait, well,
box.
hold on. So we're doing a superfecta.
Superfecta box.
9, 4,
1,
1,
8.
8 box.
The original retired numbers.
For how much?
$1.
$1 place bet. I'm going to do a exacta with bald eagle because I'm bald, and round table because I'm getting round. And I'm gonna do that for $3 boxed.
I'll do a $2 trifecta box, 347.
$2 trifecta box. What were the numbers?
347.
3, 4, 7 boxed for $2. You said, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bets. Place your bets. Any bets remaining? Are we good?
John.
Oh, $2 trifecta box on Round Table, Swaps, and Bald Eagle.
And Bald Eagle, $2 boxed trifecta. All right, the betting window has closed. And here we go as we are set for the Turnbull Derby here from Saratoga. Nashua at 26-1, his closing odds.
Wow.
It's Nashua, Roundtable, Native Dancer, Swaps, Bold Ruler, Sword Dancer, Fighting into the Gate, Bald Eagle, Tom Fool, and Nor. And they're off. Tom Fool and Nashua fast out of the gate with Swaps right behind. It's Native Dancer, Roundtable, Bold Ruler, Sword Dancer, Bald Eagle, and Nor. And now Swaps making a move. Native Dancer into third. Swaps and Tom Fool neck and neck right now as Swaps takes the lead. Tom Fool in second. Native Dancer in third. Roundtable in fourth, but charging. Nor now has moved into fifth. As we come to the final, Swaps starting to open up a wide lead. Native Dancer chasing from behind. Tom Fool in third. Roundtable fourth. Native Dancer at the last minute try. And no, it's going to be Swaps, Native Dancer, and Tom Fool.
Good job, Elmers. Good job.
Nashua did a great job. Good. I'm glad I bet on that horse. So Swaps and Native Dancer for the final race. Let's see the report here. The Superfecta only paid $1,374. Swaps was $1,120 to win. And there you have it. So as far as our bets,
We suck.
Yeah, we took a dive. Now we're down to we lost $168. But we still have our nut. We still have our 5. I mean, we haven't lost all of our 500 yet, so there's something to be said for that, right? Actually, that's not true. We did, and we actually dipped into our kids' piggy bank and then took another 64 because our total stake is now 564. All right, here we go. It's the Jucket Derby coming up, folks. Get your snacks. Get ready for the Jucket Derby.
Box scores from the betting window.
Right. And we've got Kelso at 5-1, Northern Dancer at 9-1, Buck Passer at 9-2, Arts and Letters 7-1, Damascus with Gary Stevens 9-2, Native Diver with Jerry Lambert 7-1, Dr. Fager with some guy I can't pronounce 5-1, Fort Marcy with Jorge Velasquez at 15-1, and Majestic Prince ridden by William Hartack at 6-1.
Boxing 1 and 2 for 5.
All righty.
20 to 1, Dr. Fager.
So an exacta of 1 and 2, right?
Right. But I can box that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
For 5.
5 on Damascus to win.
Actually, Bernie was first. What did you say, Bernie?
Oh, sorry.
20 to win on Dr. Fager.
Dr. Fager.
I think I've had a couple bottles of Dr. Fager, right?
$20 to win. All right. Well, John, go ahead.
5 on Damascus to win.
$5. Really risking the large numbers here. $5 to win. This is the end. This is end of the day money.
Right. Yeah.
So this is no kids. You can't have another hot dog.
No risk it. No risk it. The sea biscuit.
Right. All right. I'm going all in. I'm going 20 bucks on Buck Passer. I got a good feeling about Buck Passer. I got a tip. What
All
else?
right, I'm going to go with $1 trifecta box 1, 2, 3, 4.
$1 trifecta.
That's my favorite bet in a horse racing.
Is it?
Is it trifecta?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Why 1, 2, 3, 4? Just for the hell of it?
Those post positions win the most.
Oh,
They're closest to the rail off the start.
well, I
too.
know that, but I always thought that actually the rail didn't matter as much as some people think it does.
That's the combination of my luggage. That's the old Spaceballs line.
So when I steal it and open it, it's where I find all the Clemson stuff, right?
No.
All right, I'm gonna do a trifecta of I'm gonna put some thought into it, not just use the first 4 numbers. I've done my research. We're doing Dr. Fager, Northern Dancer, and Damascus. And we're doing $3. And we're boxing it. And place and bet. Anybody else? What else we got?
$5 Superfecta box 9418.
9, 4.
Teddy, Yaz, Dord, and Cronin. Let's go.
8 boxed. All right. That's $120 bet, you realize. You're crushing us.
That's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, sure.
It's coming right now.
It's coming out of your it's coming out of your kids. It's coming out of your
It's hitting
kids
right
money.
now. It's hitting right now.
Okay, here we go. And we are at Aqueduct, ready for the Jucket Derby. Ron, do you want to call this one?
Sure.
All right, here we go. It's all you.
Horses are in the gate. Kelso, Northern Dancer, Buck Passer, Arts and Letters, Damascus with Gary Stevens, Native Diver, Dr. Fager, Fort Marcy, and Majestic Prince. And we are set and ready to go. As soon as the bell ringer takes us
Stops drinking, right?
And we are off. Northern Dancer and Native Diver get the good break. Native Diver, as we come to the 6 furlong mark, a good couple furlong lead over Northern Dancer. Damascus on the move. Dr. Fager is starting to fade. Buck Passer making the move now. Kelso fading because I bet on him. Native Diver with 4 to go in Damascus. Northern Dancer the top 3. Damascus on the outside. Passes Native Diver. 2 furlongs to go. Damascus, then Native Diver, Buck Passer trying to get through. It's going to be Damascus, however. Native Diver is starting to fade there. Northern Dancer coming. Damascus is going to win this. Northern Dancer's second, and it's going to be Arts and Letters,
Photo
I believe,
finish,
in
I
a
think,
photo
for
for
third.
third.
I think photo finish for third. Yeah.
Between Buck Passer and Native Diver.
I had a tip.
Damascus gets
And
the
Northern
win.
Dancer.
Right, so it's Damascus and Northern Dancer.
Right, Damascus and Northern Dancer. Damascus 1160 to win, 620 to place, and 420 to show. Northern Dancer 3 back at 920 and 580, and then Arts and Letters by a nose over Buck Passer at 480. I do a video on my channel of doing races. It's been a long time.
I've seen you do it. Yeah, you're good.
Horse racing, I think, is the toughest of them all.
For me, it's hockey, definitely. I mean, and for me, it's because I didn't grow up watching hockey as much as I've done other sports.
So we didn't all lose this time because Turnbull bet Damascus.
Well, we're a family, so
we are now.
yeah. So So our
We've only
profit
lost
loss,
$356.
our thanks to Dobreski taking his kids' life money and giving it to
Look,
us.
We
Our
won
total stake,
$29 out of that race. and lost-
941. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
we total stake of 781 from an original stake of 500.
Dang.
We've won 425 and lost
We still have
a lot more than
150.
that.
We still have 150 in the kitty.
We
hit
you're
the-
for- No, we don't. We started with 500. We borrowed money from a loan shark, is what we did.
hit-
We
hit
lost
the
our
second-
500. I'm going
Hit
to
the
what?
second page button there so we can see.
Oh,
There's
Well,
more.
A little deficit
No.
spending.
no, there's not. There's no more.
No, 120 that Dobreski spent
Crushed
just to make
Crushed us.
Carl Yastrzemski happy again.
It's gonna hit. 941. It's gonna hit. It's a matter of time.
All
It
right.
will hit.
Oh, I just
al-
did something stupid.
It always hit at Wonderland.
Oops.
What did I
Is
do?
Bernie still on?
Back up. No,
Bernie,
we
are you
lost
there?
Bernie.
Oh, that's not
We
good.
lost Bernie.
Let's see if.
Oh, he's back.
There I
Hey,
am.
all right.
Okay, good. All right. So we've got the Dobreski Derby. And if you win the million, he's not going to give it to you because he's going to bet it all.
How much money do we have left to bet now that there's only two?
Oh,
races?
We've
are you
lost
kidding
it
me?
all
We-
thanks to Dobreski.
What you miss is what happened is after the fourth race, Dobreski went to a loan shark
Yeah,
Um,
we got more money coming in. Don't
and
worry. We
didn't-
got a backer.
and didn't tell us that our legs are going to get broken if the basement cup doesn't
Got a
hit.
Look,
loan. We're fine.
I'm already just a torso with that could talk. They can't hurt me anymore, right?
All right. So for this race, it's horses from the 1970s and early 80s. This is all your favorites. John Henry, Ali Sheba, Seattle Slew. I'm sorry, I did the
How about odds?
John Henry at 12-1 with Eddie Arcaro. Ali Sheba with Chris McCarron at 5-1. Seattle Slew with Jean Crouget. Is that right? 11-1. Spectacular Bid with Willie Shoemaker at 5-1. Slew of Gold with Angel Cordero Jr. at 6-1. Aladar with Jorge Velasquez at 8-1. Secretariat with Ron Turcotte at 3-1. Affirmed with Lafitte Pincay Jr. at 6-1. And Easy Goer with Pat Day at 8-1.
I'm taking the 3 Triple Crown horses, $10 in a
So
box.
that would be Secretariat.
Affirmed, it's the
So
other
you're doing a trifecta, you mean?
yeah, box.
So you're doing Affirmed.
What's Seattle Slew's odds?
Hold on one second, Bernie. So
11-1.
Affirmed, Secretariat, and Seattle Slow, right?
Yep.
And you're boxing it, right?
Yep.
For how much?
What's my max?
5.
5.
Okay.
Not 120 there, Dobreski. Stop it.
Bernie, what were you saying?
20 to win on Seattle Slew.
You know, one thing I've noticed in this game, Secretariat never seems to do as well as I expect the horse will. For some reason, I don't know why that
It's
is.
like Jack Nicklaus in my golf games.
Yeah.
Very similar.
I think the expectation is that he's going to win all the time. And it's just, I mean, look at this field. It's the strongest field of the night.
You said Seattle Slew for 20 to win, Bernie?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a muddy track, by the way.
It is.
I'll do a $5 trifecta box on the 3 S's: Seattle Slew, Spectacular Bid, and Secretariat.
I like that bet.
$5 trifecta box.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm going to do an exacta with Affirmed and Seattle Slew boxed for 5. And I'm putting 50. No, I'm putting 100. Screw it. On the best horse of all time, Secretariat, to win. All right, what else?
I'm going to do a $5 trifecta box, 157.
1, 5, 7.
We're all going to be betting 50 cents on the last race.
Yeah. You said $1 box, right?
Who? No, 5.
Oh, 5. Okay. Got it.
Let me guess. 9418.
Yeah. $1. I'll do $1. Superfecta box 9418. Then also, I want one more.
I can do one at a time.
18
9418
box it.
Superfecta box for $1.
$1, and then give me a $1 quinella on Seattle Slew and John Henry.
Okay.
At 11-1, Seattle Slew's taking a lot of money.
Well, that the golfer from my hometown, Jeff Sluman, his nickname was Seattle Slew. Was the joke. So I'm going to take him, and John Henry, of course, is the owner who no longer spends money for the Red Sox. So we'll throw in there too.
You know, I'm going to do one more exacta. I'm going to do Aladar and Affirmed, just for old time's sake.
Nobody bet Ali Sheba.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, Ron hasn't gone yet. I'm going to do $3 boxed place bet. Go ahead, Ron.
10 on Ali Sheba to place.
Place 10 Ali Sheba place bet. Are there any more bets? Final bets. All right, here we go. We're at Gulfstream Park. It's a muddy track.
Must be in the afternoon.
The horses are at the starting gate. John Henry, Ali Sheba, Seattle Slew, Spectacular Bid, Slew of Gold, Aladar, Secretariat, Affirmed, and Easy Goer on the outside. And they're off. Seattle Slew jumps out to the early lead with Affirmed in second. Secretariat and Easy Goer fighting for third. Swap of Gold, Ali Sheba, John Henry, Aladar, and Spectacular Bid. Affirmed looking to move on the inside, right behind Seattle Slew, trying to get some slipstream happening. Slew of Gold. Here comes Affirmed on the inside. Affirmed takes the lead from Seattle Slew. It's Slew of Gold, Secretariat, and Easy Goer fighting it out. And it's Affirmed, Easy Goer, and Secretariat as we head to the home stretch. Seattle Slew moves back on the outside. Here comes Affirmed, and Seattle Slew's in second. And here comes Secretariat.
That's going to hit. Yay! I want to bet. Ooh. Doesn't matter.
Affirmed is the winner. Paid $14.20, $6.20 to place, $4.40 to show. Secretariat $4.40 to place, $3.40 to show. Seattle Slew $7.20. I'm sure this. The Superfecta paid $2,247.
You're welcome.
Do we hit a Superfecta?
I had the 3 Triple Crowners.
Oh, for the trifecta.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. Let me go to the.
I hit something.
Here. We're about to find that out.
Ooh, yes.
2. Oh wow! Somebody won $2,000.
I did. You're welcome.
The $5 trifecta.
See, Ron bailed us out. Thank you.
Wow,
That's $500 each for us.
Let's go.
I know none. I know none of you. I know none of you.
It was the Bresky Derby, so hello.
Wow, look at that. $2,000.
Junkett was on a horse.
He was. Wow, good job, man. That's incredible. All right, we have to set up for our final race. We know the horses from the last race, right? It was Affirmed, and who was second?
Secretariat.
Secretariat.
Oh, right. All right. So give me the horses, please. Somebody? Mike?
Damascus Northern Dancer.
All right, hold on. Oh, wait a second. I might have to go to a different month. Yeah, I am going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, so let me go to February.
The horses might die. They're running back-to-back races.
I'll go to May. Edit. We'll use the Kentucky Derby. We'll use Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
Edit. 3 years old and up. All horses. 10 furlong dirt random. We'll call it the basement. Basement. What did I call it before? Basement Cup or something?
Yeah.
Basement Cup. And update. Oh, it's not letting me. I'll have to change something else. I'll call it the Box Scores Cup. This is a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. Hold on, let me. I think I can do this. Can I?
Yeah, just yeah.
Oh, you have to add the runners now. Okay, so it's you said Damascus,
Northern Dancer.
Northern Dancer. Got it.
You got Affirmed and Secretariat, right?
Affirmed. Secretariat. Yep.
Swaps.
You sound like you're guessing. I thought you were writing it down.
I wrote it down, but I can't read
Oh.
my writing.
Okay,
Native
swaps.
and Native Dancer.
So Northern and Native both made it.
No, swap. Yeah, right. Yeah, Native
Okay.
Dancer.
All right, keep going.
Whirlaway and
Yep.
Armed.
That's going to be in the A's. Okay,
And then Zev
that's going to be in the Z's.
and Blue Lock Spear.
Right. That'll be in the B's. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're still missing, I think, a couple. Right?
Man of
Sesame.
War.
Man of War.
Yep. And Sisabe.
Okay.
That's it.
Is there a way? Is there a way to randomize their order?
I'm sure it'll do that when you run the
It
race.
does.
Right?
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Lock race. Save. All right. Here we go. The final race. Who will be the box scores horse champion of all time? I'm gonna actually have to get to it. I have to do something, don't I? I have to.
Can't change the date.
No. Hold on. How am I going to do this? You guys have any clue? Nobody's speaking up. All right.
Never played it.
Well, go to February. Can you edit the?
Well, the box scores. It's May because remember it was the Kentucky Derby. So this is the race. I can't run it yet for some
Right.
reason. There's a setting I have to change. Probably.
You got to run all the other races, I guess, or you got to
Schedule editing. Edit the schedule. It's the very last one.
Oh, I know what to do. I just figured out what to do. Delete all the other races. It's going to take a few minutes, guys, because I don't know if there's a way to do this mess. It's like the road to the Stroum Derby. Oh, you guys can't.
I like
can you guys
that.
see this? Oh yeah, you guys can see this. All right, here we go. Why don't you guys come up with a topic while I'm doing this?
Uh-huh.
Nothing, huh? All right.
Are the Red Sox winning?
They lost.
The Red Sox lost again at home. They
Is
can't
that
win
it?
at home.
All right.
Any hockey score?
Oh, that I can check. 3-3 in the second after 2.
Go Hartford Whalers.
Carolina was up 2-1 after one. Vegas got 2 in the second.
This is going to take me 3 years. There is a way to just do an exhibition race, right?
Yes.
So why don't I
I
just
don't
do
know if you
that?
can get bet on it.
I would imagine you probably
Cleveland
can.
leads the Yankees 9-4 in the middle of the 8th. Royals and Reds are tied at 3 in the bottom of the 10th. Brewers lead the Giants 4-1 after 7. Twins lead the White Sox 6-4, bottom 7. Rangers and Cardinals tied at 4 in the 7th. A's and Cubs 2-1, bottom 8 at Wrigley. Let's see. Earlier today, the Orioles beat the Red Sox 4-2. Marlins beat the Nats 7-3. Pirates lead the Astros 6-4, bottom 6. Rockies 2-0 over the Angels, top 2. Mets and Mariners scoreless, top 2. Dodgers D-backs 2-0. Dodgers top 2.
Reds walked it off against the Royals 4-3 and 10.
Wow.
Just for Bernie,
Gentlemen,
the Bernie
what's that?
WNBA scores Mystics over the Sky,
I don't even know.
90
who
to
they are.
72.
Just for
The
Bernie.
Dream over the Sun, 91-75.
And on that note, I'm going to have to sign off because my wife is expecting me to take her to dinner, and our
Okay.
reservation's at 7:15. I'm
Well,
going to catch who wins this race when I get home.
Well, thank you so much, Bernie.
Thank you, Bernie.
It's a lot of fun. Anytime, guys.
Take care.
Good group.
All right.
Anybody want any Indian women's cricket scores?
Sure. If
And what
if Bernie would come up with a strategy, I'm sure he'd bet it.
And John, are you going to do a cricket game?
No.
Quarterfinals of the French Open today. Menzik in 3 sets over Fonseca, the 26 and 28 seeds. 6-4, 6-3, 7-6 in the third, 7-3 in the tiebreak. Zevriev is the number 2 seed, is through the semis. He straight set at Jodar.
All right. Here we go, guys.
7-6, 6-1, and 6-3.
Place your bets. It's whirl away on the rail with Native Dancer, Damascus, Blue Larkspur, Sissenby, Swaps, Affirmed, Man of War, Northern Dancer, Secretariat, Armed, and away on the outside, it's Zev.
All right, odds.
Oh, sorry. Whirl away 15-1, Native Dancer 10-1, Damascus 11-1, Blue Larkspur 15-1, Sissenby 5-1, Swaps 12-1, Affirmed 6-1, Man of War 5-1, Northern Dancer 10-1, Secretariat 6-1, Armed 10-1, and Zev 12-1.
What's the most we can bet on a trifecta box?
I think 5.
All right, put me down for Affirmed, Secretariat,
Affirmed, Secretariat,
and Damascus.
and Damascus. Boxed for 5. Right? John? Hello?
Yes, he said yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Hi.
I'm going to go... I'm going to go Northern Dancer to win for 20 at 10-1. What else you guys got?
I'll take a $5 trifecta box. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do we appreciate?
Yep.
Did you just say that, Mark? Really out loud? I'm getting tired. All right, $5 box. You said, right?
Yep. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Got it.
$5 or trifecta box. Sissenby, Affirmed, and Secretariat.
You have the hot hand. I'll bet what he's betting. You said for 5?
Yep.
And boxed, right?
Yep.
Got it.
And Bresky's not getting any of my crab legs.
That's right. Well, give me. Yes, I am. Give me the $2 Superfecta box 9418. This is just going to hit right here.
You really are degenerate, aren't you?
It's going to hit right here. It hit at the dog tracks. It always
And
hit once the dog
this
tracks.
this is boxed, right?
Yes, box it up.
I'm going to buy you a hot dog after this, okay?
I mean, we are ahead. We should start up on the money a little bit, right? Should we? I'm gonna go Sissenby and Affirmed on a $3 exacta boxed. What else we got?
Do a $5 trifecta box, 9, 10, 11, 12.
$5 trifecta boxed. All right.
How much money we got left?
We have a lot.
And we're gonna spend it all.
Give me $22 on number 2 for Jeter.
What's that?
$22 on number 2 to win. No, to place for Jeter.
You can't do it. You can only do $20
Okay, $20
on native dancer to place.
on number 2 to place.
You got
In memory
it.
of Jeter.
In the memory of Jeter.
In memory, you want a gift bag? 50 on number 4 to win.
Blue Larkspur getting some love from Jucket. Anybody else? Bets, last bets, final bets. You know what? Yeah, I'm doing one more. I'm gonna do $100 on Secretariat to win. All right. We all set? Here we go. This is it.
Oh, a muddy track.
Whirlaway is off at 21-1, 13-1 native dancer, Damascus, Blue Larkspur, Sissinby, Swaps, Affirmed, Man of War, Northern Dancer, Secretariat, Armed, and Zev.
7 and 10.
It's a muddy track. We are running at 10 furlongs. And they're off. And the pack is stacked as Man of War, Affirmed,
What
Sissinby,
happened to
and
number
Zev
11?
Armed is
Oh my
broke a leg.
God.
Apparently, the arm got
Secretariat now
leg.
making a move. Secretariat now in second with Blue Larkspur and Damascus and Zev. We've got a tight one here, folks. As 5 horses could win this race. Damascus, Affirmed, Zev, and Secretariat. And here comes Whirlaway at 20. This one's going to come down. Damascus now in the lead by a half.
Go,
a length.
go.
Come on. No, number 1. Yes.
Go.
Yes. No.
No! I think Armed got, killed. Or unalive.
Total
That
finish for
trifecta.
second. It will be
Almost there.
Affirmed. Whirlaway at 21-1. Nobody gave Whirlaway any love. Damascus Secretariat finishes in fourth. So, wow, the superfecta paid $12,000. Yeah.
It wasn't 9418, was it?
Just need more races to hit eventually.
Okay.
Let's
Okay,
see how
Grandma.
let's see.
How'd we do?
All right.
Hey, we
Well-
got out of there for 940.
We actually didn't because our stake was 1,400. I mean,
500.
remember we owe this. We owe the loan shark, the Shylock. So we're screwed.
We started with
You-
500.
You started with 500. We won 2,400.
Oh, the profit is 940. Right. Okay. Yeah, we're
Right.
good. Thanks to
All right, so go to-
only thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
The Bresky race, though. Keep them,
Go where, Ron?
That was it.
Okay. So we're good. I'm gonna close this
We're
out.
It's off to Ponderosa for dinner.
Woohoo!
Well, that was
fun.
That was
That
a
was
lot
fun.
of fun. Like how could that not be fun? You know, I mean, horse racing games are great. You know, I think at the conventions, I feel like the horse race, like there should be like a late night, like for the late night guys sitting around playing a game like thoroughbred racing or, whatever it is. And because I think in some ways Bernie is right. Yes, in top of the stretch, what's good is you can just set it for animation and you kind of get to watch the race that way, which is really cool. But in TRG, you're actually moving the horses and you're seeing, horses fade and all that stuff. Great show, guys. A couple things real quick. I don't think I gave an update. Well, I know I didn't about the documentary. And I can't say much more than this. I don't think I've said it yet on the air. There is a chance that we may be doing some filming at the APA convention at the end of July, early August. Still working out some details, but I do have phone calls into a couple of production companies down there, and we'll see what happens. We'll all keep you posted on that. Don't forget, guys, if you could. In fact, Jen, you want to talk about the pre-launch list? You like it better when I talk about it, don't you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we have this thing called a pre-launch list. We're trying to get a sense of how much support we'll be able to get when it comes time to raise the funds to make this thing happen. So if you go to the boxscorefilm.com, you'll see a box right in the front. Just put in your email address, and all you're saying there is, I'm interested in helping, or at least I would like to find out more, so that as we get closer and closer, and we don't know when we're going to start funding just yet, but as we get closer and closer, you'll get updates. You'll also have an opportunity to get special perks. And really, at this point, you're just giving us an email address. I think that's it. Anybody else have anything to offer?
Candace Story looks like one of these mob bosses in a dark room with the
Yeah, he kind of does.
The way he was betting too, trifecta box 268.
And you're looking at an Italian who has never watched The Godfather. I have never seen that movie.
I don't understand that. What do you mean?
I've
How are you
never
on
seen-
the planet?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Why haven't you seen it?
And I never watched The Sopranos either.
No,
I
but
never
why
saw it.
haven't you seen The Godfather? Do you not like movies? I mean,
I
some
like
people are
movies.
just not movie people.
No, I like movies, but it's just one of those movies I just.
Oh, you were going to talk about Pressure.
Oh, I was,
never
and
did.
it's been a while. But I mean, we've been on air for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, if any of you watching this or who will be watching this, if you have not seen the movie Pressure, you got to go see it. It was an extraordinary movie. It's about weather. I mean, which is really a funny thing to say, but the most important weather forecast I don't even think it's even arguable in world history is whether or not. I mean, you could say, well, what about the Apollo landing? But the Apollo landing, didn't have the impact.
There wasn't any weather on the moon.
Well, no. I mean, forecasting is a big deal with
Right.
with the space program too.
Oh yeah.
But the stakes are different, and this was literally the greatest invasion in world history.
June 644, right?
June 6, 44. It was scheduled for June 5th, 44, and a last-minute decision was made to postpone. And everything that happened behind the scenes and the pressure that was on this one guy, played by I'm blanking on his name, Andrew. I've been talking about this movie all day and this guy all day, and it's a really amazing actor, Andrew. Anybody gonna look it up for me, or?
Yeah, I will.
And Brendan
Andrew
Fraser.
Scott.
Andrew Scott, thank you. Brendan Fraser plays Eisenhower and does a really nice job in that role.
Damian Lewis.
Damian Lewis, who you might know from from a lot of things, but Band of Brothers. He played Winters, the lead character in Band of Brothers, and he was in Billions and Homeland, and
Homeland was good.
Yeah, he plays Bernard Montgomery. So if you're a World War II guy or you're a history guy, which I know a lot of you are, my favorite World War II movie of all time is A Bridge Too Far. But this movie, Pressure, I know it's going to be one of those movies that every time it's on or I see it starting somewhere on some platform, I'm going to watch it. It's that powerful a movie, and the performances are that strong. And John, being a weather guy, it will have special interest to you, don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I mean, the idea that these guys,
more than Twister, actually.
well, sure. I mean, yeah, it's funny. These guys, remember the thing you have to remember is there's no such thing as satellite imagery.
Nope.
There's no such thing as computer programs.
They had their own single station observation and an upper air sounding, and that was about it.
And that's it. And numbers and tracking numbers. And kind of, I don't want to give the movie away, but sort of one of the big debates was there was
lost.
Thank you. There was another weather guy who's an American. He was using trends, and he had been very successful in North Africa in predicting weather because he could look at like 1920 and say, well, if this happens and that happens, this will happen on this day. But you can't do that in northern Europe because the weather is completely different and it moves different. The systems move differently.
And what was even more important is that Jim Cantori was not there.
Right. We can do weather jokes all day, folks. Anyway,
we went
see
to the
that
same
movie.
college, by the way.
Phenomenal movie. Thanks to all of you who listened and watched live. Tell your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends if you could to subscribe to the channel. And tonight was just an absolute blast. That's all I have
That
to
was
say.
fun.
Thank you, everybody. Pesky, you're the best. All of you guys are the best. Love you. We'll see you all soon.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
See you guys. Thanks, Ron.
Yep.